Good evening and welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. Alright, so today I'll show you what I have made for the bus, but I'm not actually going to finish the outside of the bus today. I'm going to actually do the mini album for inside it, simply because I didn't get all my bits and pieces cut I thought I had all the bits and pieces cut for my bus, but I forgot that there were two sides to a bus. So, I'll do this and tweet a picture or whatever next week. So this is the door. It still has to get scored in half. So there's the door. Hey, Nancy. Oh, okay, Nancy. Shh. Don't anyone tell that Nancy's at work. Shh. Hey, JJ. Okay. Then the windows look like this. Now, my plan, I have a piece of acetate cut for the window as well, because my plan is behind the piece of acetate. Oh, it looks like those are going to be too small. I didn't plan that very well, did I? Thought I did. Oops. That'll be all right. Behind the piece of acetate, I plan to stamp or print. I have to see what I'm going to do. Some like kids' faces sticking out, showing out the windows. Yeah, Sherry. Right. They'll only see it on one side. Then there's like a stripe for the side of the bus. And there's the wheel wells. I didn't remember to do 4 wheel wells. I don't know why I didn't remember about the there's the rest of the the centers to the, oh no I didn't, there they are. So then each tire will look like that. And the wheel well will come down over there. So that's what it's going to look like. Oh, maybe I should pull it a little closer to me. There we go. So, and I forgot about the windshield and the window on the back of the bus. So I have to do that as well. So. Oh, you and Lynn? Mitzi. Oh, Mitzi and Lynn have decided they needed the brother scan and print. Oh, man. If you guys haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube. Brother scan and cut. I mean, not print. Scan and cut. Let's say I wanted to cut out a stamp that I have, and I don't want to fussy cut it. I can stamp it on a piece of paper, scan it through this machine, and then the machine will cut around the stamp. It will either cut right on the line, or you can leave a border as big as you want around the stamp. You can, let's say you see something really cool in a magazine that you want to cut out, or that you want to cut. You can scan it into the machine and then cut it out. It's like really cool. It's on your Christmas list too, Deborah? Well, it's on my list for tax refund time in April. Well, February, or March, I mean. Because I always have my taxes done early. We get our information all by the end of February, so I can get my rebate within a week. So I can get it in March. Woohoo! You'd rather have the silhouette? Well, see, the thing is, Sherry, I can understand why you would rather have the silhouette. But I already have my Cricut, and it works fine. It works perfect for me. So the Silhouette was on my list for when my Cricut breaks. But now that I've seen this machine, oh, there you go. Perfect, Mitzi. Yes, it's $400, Nancy, but you never have to buy any cartridges. Those of you who have bought the Cricut, you know, if you have the Cricut Expression, you paid somewhere in the vicinity of $200, and I'm sure you spent more than $200 on cartridges, and it can't do the stuff that this machine can do. Exactly, JJ. Exactly. You need it. Oh, Sherry has the links open, so if someone finds the YouTube, they can put it in the chat there, because we like to enable a my screen. So that's what our little bus is going to look like. Okay, and once I get all the and so I will tweet a picture and put it on my blog once I get it all finished. So the mini album. Oh, hold on, don't want to lose the door. The back door opens, and that's where the mini album is going to go. I have to put some more glue on this because the Miracle Tape's just not holding the way I like on the moving parts. Yeah, JJ, someone will tweet it after the stream, or someone can do it during the stream. Oh, no, bad things. I'm not saying bad things about my Cricut. I love my Cricut, but I only love my Cricut because I have shortcuts a lot. If I was only using cartridges with my Cricut, it'd be gone out the door and I'd have a Silhouette by now. The only reason I love my Cricut is because I have shortcuts a lot, and it gives me the freedom to do what I want with it. How is it better, the Brother, better or different than the Silhouette? Well, the Silhouette, Vaughn, cuts, okay? Now, you can scan, like, for example, for my Cricut or my Cricut, or for the Silhouette, you can scan images in, and you can create a file for them, okay? And then you can finagle it to situate it on your mat, so you can, like, if you print it and then you can cut it. So you can do that. But the thing, it takes a lot more. First of all, it takes a computer. All right? It takes the knowledge of graphics software to be able to do that. It's not really hard, but it's, it takes a little bit of work. With this Brother, all you do is you put, like, if I found, okay, let's say, all right, for example, if I had that machine and I wanted to cut these out for my niece, I can take this page and scan it into the Brother. Then I can select just using the machine itself, not using my computer. You don't even have to have it connected to the computer. The machine has a memory. You can save files on the memory. You can save files to USB. It has a USB port. So you can save it to a thumb drive so that you can save them. You can share them with other people. You can put them on your computer. Or you can use them directly from that USB drive with just the machine and no computer. All right, so what you can do is you can scan this into the machine. All right? Then you tell the machine that you want to cut out this talk bubble right here. And you just do that by dragging corners like cropping a picture. And you don't have to show it all the way around here. All you have to do is give it the general area. And it detects these outside line shapes. And it will cut this bubble out exactly for me on the edge. No, don't worry about it, Mitzi. Deborah tweeted it for those of you who are interested. Yep, it's by Brother. No, Eileen, but that's a good idea. And then I can tell the machine to cut out this. Then I can tell it to cut out this. I can tell it to cut out each little circle. Or I can tell it to cut out all the elements on the whole page. I mean, how much better can that be, especially for someone like me who can't cut worth beans? All right, I can't cut with scissors. If the line's supposed to be straight, I cut curved. If it's supposed to be curved, I cut straight. Yeah, I can't use scissors. So, yeah, so that's like one of the things that you can do with this machine. Sharon. Tracy. Yep, it would cut it directly from that paper, Sue. So, yeah. And I figure by the time March comes, because it's only been on the, now, Julie Faye Fenn Balzer is working with Brother with her designs and stuff. She's sort of like, I guess, promoting it. I don't know if she's on the design team or if she's getting paid to promote it, but she's promoting it on her website, her blog. From what I've heard, Brother printers and scanners and faxes are good. I'm not sure. But I figure by March, anything that's going to be weird or whatever, buy them. By the time I can afford it in March, if there's anything that comes out negative about it, it's going to be out there by March. So, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it, Sue? How Cricut's going to keep up with this kind of technology. Because, their Cricut Craft Room just doesn't... I installed Cricut Craft Room on my computer, and I was going to install all my cartridges, and it crashed the first time I opened it. So I'm like, nothing crashes on my Mac, and that was when my Mac was about 3 months old. So that just tells me I'm not going to be using the Cricut Craft Room. So anyway, so let's move on to the mini album for the school bus. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to give a heads up here to Paper Crafter. I should write it right on here. Paper Crafter 45. If you guys don't follow her on YouTube, you should. She has lots of really cool ideas. So this design that I'm using for my mini album for the pages is based on her Library Trifold Pocket page. I forget what she called it. And yeah, so okay, JJ. So it's based on her pocket pattern. Now, I've made some alterations though. One thing I had to alter was the width, because I only have at most, 4.5 inches. And her pages were 4 inches. Alright, plus the binding and whatever. And I have altered it so that I can use a hidden hinge binding with these pages. And so I had to make my pockets a little narrower. I also made the pocket that flips up a little shorter. But it's the same length. So that means it's longer this way. So it's not really the size of a library pocket, but it's the same idea. Anyway, So, because I wanted the hidden hinge binding, I wanted to bind it in an album. And so this is what I came up with. So, first of all, your paper, each page, and let me zoom in. Let's see if I can do it the right way. First time, hold on. Oh, wrong way. Hold on. He's going crazy. Let's give him something to look at. Come on. Sorry, guys. Look away from the screen. Okay, you silly thing. Hold on. I don't know why you did that. Whew, sorry about that. How come it's then still not clear? What's going on? Setting must be off on my... All right. Let me see if... And they haven't even heard of it yet? Well, it just came out in October. It just came out the end of last week. Yes, she did, Eileen, yeah. The Epic Blog Hop. If it's connected to my Cricut. Yeah, really. Alright, let's try this again. No, never mind. I'm just going to have to give you them because for some reason it has... I don't know if it got turned off autofocus or what. It shouldn't have. But anyway. So, here are the sizes. There, see when I hold it up, it doesn't do anything. So, 8 inches by... Whoops, the other side. The other way, Jean. By 7.5. So, 8 inches by 7.5. So, it's almost square, but not quite. Then, on the 8-inch side, you're going to score a 1/2 inch, 4.5, and 7.5. No, excuse me, 4. Ixnay that. Sorry. Let's do that again. 8 inches by 7.5. On the 8-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, at 4, and at 7.5. Then you're going to turn, and on the 7.5-inch side, scoring at 2. Now, this is for my version, remember. Okay? All right, then you're going to fold all your scores. All right? With it folded in half, you're going to cut out a wedge on each side at your 2-inch. See, these 1/2 inches here, that's going to be where you're going to bind it. So you're not going to close it over like she does in her video. She only has 1/2 inch side, and she folds it over to close the pocket. But instead, we're going to close the pocket by binding it using these 2 1/2 inch. So you have to do a miter cut there, and you're actually going to miter the 4 corners here as well. Yes, Kathy O, Jim, and Catherine are doing a blog hop. So is that what's the epic thing, not the fact that they're all streaming live on Thursday? Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, when the pockets are made, oh yes, I also didn't draw in. I need to draw in you're going to, now I use the tab punch. You can use a circle punch. You can use the tab punch by Stampin' Up. I happen to have the tab punch near me, so I used that. But you're going to do some kind of punch out there and there. Okay? Okay. Well, how do you know that that's not the epic thing, Sherry? Do you know what the epic thing is? Maybe they're going to do a retreat. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, yeah. I might have to take time off work to go to that one. Anyway, so then you end up with the 2 pockets in front. One there. And then we're going to put a flap on this other side, a fold out. Now, because of the way I'm doing this compared to her, you're also going to need 2 1-inch hinges to close this side, one side of your pocket. Anyway, let's get to making it. So there's the measurements. Let me go over the measurements one more time. 8 inches by 7.5. Scoring at 1/2 inch for 1/2 inch on the 1/8 inch side. Turn, score at 2 inches on the 7.5 inch side. You're going to do a punch out on the top left and the bottom right short pocket. And you're going to do a little V cut there, and you're also going to miter all 4 corners. I'm using craft cardstock. I hoped, beyond hope, that I was going to have enough paper left from my Graphic 45, what was it, school days or whatever. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you. So Dana and Eileen know, and they told us they know, but they're not allowed to tell. Like, that's so not fair. Not fair at all. All right, so I'm making 5 pages. So I need 5 pages of 8.5 by 11. Oops. So, once again, I need 8 by 7.5. So I'm taking 1/2 inch off here for the 8. And take off 3.5 for the 7. Hold on. Yes, 3.5. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, take off 3.5 for the other. So let's cut them all first. Eight. By 7.5. Yeah, Eileen and Dana laughing at us. Ha! Well, just wait till I have a secret. I won't tell you either, except I'll tell you I have a secret. Ha! There we go. Take off 1/2 inch. These will be made into tags. So the only thing I'm wasting is the 1/2 inch. Come on. How many did I cut so far? 3, 4, 5. Cut these 2 at the same time. Save a little time here. All right, so there's the pages. Should I? Guess I'll do all of the pages first, and then I'll trim the fold outs. I'm going to make a slight change to the fold outs too, because I am someone who needs a gusset in my albums, because I hate it when you have photos on something and then the album won't close or whatever. So okay. Oh, I see that it says that Pavla left the room. I didn't see her come in, so let me just check the names here. So we have Barb, Sue, Kim. Hi, Carol. Oh, Cindy. I missed seeing Cindy. And I said hi to Dana. And hi, Deb Crafty. I missed seeing Deb Crafty get in. And Dixie and Eileen and Jess, JJ, Jan, Lissa, Mitzi, Deborah, Sharon, Joycey, Wee Sarah, Sunset Carol, Lisa, Vaughn, and Nancy, and 5 guests. Yay. Good grief. All right. So, just make sure you get your 8-inch side. So, on my 8-inch side, 1/2 inch, 4 inches, and 1/2 inch. Oops. And flip, and 2 inches. And do that 5 times or 6 times, however many pages you're going to have in your book. 1/2 inch, 4 inch, 1/2 inch, turn, 2 inches. Sherry, did I skip you? Oh my goodness. Sorry, Sherry. I apologize. You're in pink and everything. On my list you're pink, on your list you're blue. I can't believe I missed you. I'm sorry. Gonna owe Sherry big time for that one. Never live that down. And 1/2 inch. Turn, 2 inch. So once again, this is based on Paper Crafter 45's design. Follow her on YouTube. She's got lots of great videos. Laurel has done a few things based on her. I've made a couple of alterations. One alteration is in size, The other alteration is I changed it so I can bind it with a hidden hinge, but which of course is Kathy Orta's fabulous hinge. Hi, Laurel! Hey! I'm doing a mini album. Take off from Paper Crafters Library Pocket. But with a couple of changes. So score all your lines, including the binding ones, because you want your page to turn both ways. So these binding ones have to be nicely done both ways. And then the center one. All right, now the other change also is that you're going to cut the pocket here in the center. All right, so first I'm going to make my miter, my little triangle here. All right, so I'm mitering there, plus I'm going to miter my at the bottom of that, and I'm going to miter at the top of that. Okay. And then I'm going to trim off this 2-inch piece. Dare I do it just with my scissors? Now what I'm doing is I'm actually trimming off the fold because I want it just a little bit on either side. I don't want to cut on the fold. I want to cut just a little bit on either side. So I'm actually cutting off the fold. Okay? So I'm trimming it with it closed. Just up to that 2-inch mark. So then you just get a little bit of a change there, okay? Now, oops. So I'm going to take, let's just do all these folds first. All right, so that's what it's going to look like. This is going to be on the left. So I'm going to fold that up. Get your folds all nicely done. Now I'm going to take just one side of this, and I'm going to punch it with my tab punch. And I'm going to take the plastic protector thingy off there so I can see better. Most of you can probably still see through that plastic, but so I'm just guessing the middle. Okay, so there. And on the bottom right. Oops. Laurel. You are her scrap lifter. You are. Okay. All right. Oh, good. Did that on the wrong side. Oh. All right. I'm making some of mine with the flips on one side and the flips on the other. Because I did that. Oh, that's because I folded it the wrong way. Oh my gosh, Jean. Duh. Could I be stupid? Sorry. Told ya. I'm under stress at work. All right. So that was hard. It'll be easier to see once I get some pattern paper on there. Okay. Now, which I have to put my little hinges on, but I'm going to do my pattern paper before I do that. So let me do all that with all 5 pages. Oh, that didn't fold right. Oops. Yeah. Welcome back, Mitzi. Hi, Isolde. Which is Patricia, I believe. I think I got it right. All right. So, right at the 2-inch score mark, you're going to do your little V miter, bottom, top. Then you're going to trim off, fold, as close as you can get to the fold, right up to that 2-inch score mark. And then I'm going to do top left, bottom right, my punch. Now I was going to time how long it took me to make this. That's why I started the recording. However, we got distracted about 15 minutes talking about that brother scan and cut. So I will just take about 15 minutes off my total time. Oh no. All you have to do if you have flat soup, Mitzi, add a couple of dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Couple drops. All right, I've got a stupid, I thought I got rid of my 2 half-dead houseflies, but I guess I've got a couple more haunting around here. I just heard him buzzing behind me, and I hate that. Arrgh. Now you can make them the other way so that the flat goes this way. And I think I'm going to alternate. So I'm going to want that way. So I'm going to want 3 one way and 2 the other way. Okay, hold on. All right, so folding it up with the hinge on the left. Where are my little scissors? Put those away. I'm going to stab myself. Miter. Excuse my head if it gets in the way, but you know me. I need my eyes right up to my work. And there. And trim off the fold. So this is 3 with the hinge on the left. The other 2 I'm going to make the hinge on the right. Just for a little variety. I didn't get that. Hold on. Interesting. Yeah, cut that. There we go. Didn't cut all the way through. All right. And all right, so that is 3 of them with the pocket folding up with the hinge on the left. I'm going to make 2 that have the pocket folding up with the hinge on the right. You can do it however you want if you decide you're going to make this. Just getting all my folds nicely. Hi, Tanya. Glad you could make it. All right. So that's 3 that way. Alrighty. So Laurel, I made it a little narrower just because of the size of the opening of my bus. The door of the bus. It has to be able to fit in. So I had to make my pocket smaller, but they will still hold 3x4 photos. Alright, and so this time I want this on the right when I fold it up. Remember that when I go to... The only difference is where I punch my holes. It's the only difference. Thank you, Laurel. Yes, it's going into my school bus. I didn't get the outer stuff finished on my school bus because I realized I didn't cut enough windows because I forgot about the other side. So I'm going to finish this and I'll put a picture of it on my blog when I get the windows and stuff on. So I showed that at the beginning. So it's going in the back of the school bus. I was hoping I had enough of the Graphic 45 school days or whatever, that fabulous, it would have been perfect. But I didn't have enough sheets. I only had a couple sheets because I've used it. I need some more of that. If anyone sees it around, let me know. Alright, so this time I'm going to do my tabs, my cutouts on the right and the right top and left bottom. And I'm making my pages first and the binding so that I'll know how big to make my covers. That's how I always do it, to make sure I have my covers big enough. And then, because this is the first one I've made, I haven't pre-done it, so I've done it in my head. And my first one, I always do the insides first so I can measure for the cover. Alright, so that's going to put that on the right. So now the only thing left to do is I have to trim, and I'm going to turn it around because I'll trim better this way. Still have to trim off the fold. Okay. Now you could have, if you want for a variation, you can cut these bottom tabs off, okay? And you can just glue that pocket up and glue that pocket up. But then you're going to lose another 1/2 inch on either side. And I don't want to lose any space, okay? So I want these pockets to be the same width as the rest of my pocket. So that's why I left this on. And then I'm going to make hinges to attach this side. All right, and then this is going to be my hinge to attach it in the book. Okay, so one more left to fold, and then I'll show you the rest. Thank you, the rest of it. Ooh, you do, Laurel? Oh, Laurel, I'll be thinking you of. This is for you, Laurel. I crossed my toes too, but they're too swollen. No, actually, they're not bad. This is for you, Laurel. And you'll do great. I know you will. Jen's birthday in 3 days. Uh-oh. I have to go through my birthday list on my iPhone and put in an alert. I don't know why. I didn't put an alert on when I put everybody's phone numbers in the first place. Duh, Jean. So now I have to sit and go through everybody's birthdays and add an alert so that it alerts me in the morning. Yay. Okay. And these little things in my garbage here. Okay, so top right, bottom left. For these two. All right. I think I did this already, but just to be sure, yeah, I did. I folded them one way. I didn't fold them both. I want the hinges to go both ways. There we go. All right, so now I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of these 1 by 2 inch strips. So I'm going to take one of these cut-offs. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. So that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to score at 1 1/2. That's all I need. No, I need 10, Jean, not 5. Duh. 4, 8. I need one more. And then at 2 1/2. Get my cutter back up here. Welcome back, Eileen. Bye, Dana. Oh, I missed her. Vaughn, what I did to get most of mine is whenever I see someone tweet someone's birthday, if it's not on my list, I simply add them into my iPhone. No, or on, your calendar. So, except for Mitzi, who tweets a day early. You have to watch out for Mitzi. She always tweets a day early and then gets everybody all mixed up, like for Lynn. Just teasing you, Mitzi. So. Deborah. Your son's birthday. Oh, boy. All right, so. Oh, I guess I can do it this way. Doesn't matter. So, cutting 1-inch strips. And then cutting them into 2 inches. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, and what did they do here? Don't know. Not quite sure what they did here. Myself over on the inch mark there. There we go. Oh dear, Vaughn. Yeah, well, exactly. That's what I was just saying. I was just saying, Carol, that I have to set my alerts on my birthday for my birthday list. For some reason, when I added everybody's birthday to my iPhone, I didn't set an alert. Don't ask me why. But I was just trying to give Vaughn a way of start collecting the birthdays. Okay, I forget how many I had now. Eesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excuse me. Somehow these didn't get quite in the middle, but that's okay. Either my cutting or my scoring was off, one or the other. Doesn't matter which. So, of course, these are going to have to take score tape, or you can use your favorite liquid glue, but I'll be using score tape. I should have put the score tape on before I cut the dudging. Sometimes I wonder. Don't want to use ATG just because these are for pockets, and so there's going to be tags coming in and out, and I just don't trust ATG for that type of thing. Now, when I put my pattern paper on, I will most definitely be using my ATG. Yeah, exactly, Vaughn. She's on the 10th, so we have to send her on our 9th. She's like 12 hours. Or 13 hours now, I think. So, yeah, our October 9th afternoon, evening will be Jen's birthday. Okay, so let's put on my score tape. Then I'll do my pattern paper. So you have to do your pattern paper before you can close your pockets. And I'm going to use 3/8 inch. And of course, I'm going to have to do all the edges. Now, what you want is, you don't want it right up against the fold. You kind of want it in the middle. Oh, wow, didn't estimate that one very well, did I? Well, I have to trim them all anyway. It's just hard, I guess, with my mat's the same color as the cardstock, so I kind of overshot the end of it a little bit. So you want a little bit of a give at the fold, so you don't want it to go all the way to the fold. My ATG tape I get at finetape.com. It's in the US, but even with delivery, I still only paid a little over, I think it was like $2.20 a roll or something, or $2.10 a roll. $2.10 a roll, I think it was, even with the delivery, because I got a large amount. But even if you only buy 12 rolls, it's still a decent price. Now with Paper Crafter 45's version of this, you don't have to do these little hinges. I just like to make things a little more difficult. No, it's just because of the way I'm hinging mine. So I'm using a Seven Gypsies paper pack, simply because it sort of looked like school because it has numbers. I'm not using the, I think it's Lil. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything else. I didn't have enough of the DCW V Back to School either, because I used it all on my niece's Schoolhouse and her mini album, graduation mini. So, alright. So there's my 10 hinges. They'll go off to the side for a moment. So I need to do my pattern paper for the bottoms here. So I'm going to write this down. I'm going to measure it, and I only want to measure it once, so I'm going to write it down on my sticky note. Well, actually, I think I'll write it down on my paper here. The mats are going to be, where would my tinny ruler be? Does anyone see it? It's right here. Oh, there it is. Alright, I want to leave a little bit of an edge, so I'm going to do 3 3/8. Sorry, Sherry. 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. Okay, so let me show. So this is going to go like this, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. Because you guys know I like to neaten. Where did I write it? Jeez Louise. 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. 3 3/8 by 1 7/8 are the mats. And the mats for this part will be 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so the mats for these pockets, 3 3/8 by 5 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. These ones are 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. And you don't have to quite do the 5 3/8. You could get away with 4 3/8. Whatever. All right. And actually, this one only has to be, oh, yeah. This one just has to be 1 inch. This one is going to be 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. This one's going to be by 1 inch. All right. So this is what I'm using. The Lil 6x6 pad. The Graphic 45, because it has type on it, it has letters, so it was the closest as I could get. Hi, Marianne. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh, what, Sherry? Oh, come on, it's 3/8. It's the number, the little line, the line halfway between the quarter and the half, Sherry. The line halfway between the quarter and the half. Goodness. Okay, so before I can put these hinges on, I need might have to put that one on the cover. All right. I'm going to have to use them all anyway. So let's use this one on the first. Now it's double-sided, so... All right. Oh, I had these all in order. This way. This way. This way. This way and this way. Okay. Let's keep them all in order, Jean. Okay, so 3 3/8. So See? There's a quarter. The next line right in the middle. Not the teeny tiny one because it's 16ths. 3 3/8. All right, well, let's do this 5 3/8. All right, so that's for the top. Then this isn't going to be big enough, but I can use this because this side is non-directional, so I can use this. One 7/8. So perfect. So 3. I'm going to do it this way. 3 3/8. 5. 1 7/8. 1 7/8. And actually, there's probably enough of that one to go in here. I'm just going to use the leftover on that flap. Look at that. Perfect. Because of the way I'm doing it. Now, so what I have to do for this one is in the top of this one, I have to do my punch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in place on the fold here. And I'm going to mark it on the back, and that's not straight. Hold on. And I'm going to go just a little below that line because I want it to be just at that line there, I should say. But I'm going to look at the line. I'm going to see the line. I can probably do it with it on. I'm not sure though. Perfect. Perfection. All right, so I can mat using my ATG. Yes, it is, Vaughn. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Marie. Sorry, Marie. For those of you who have come in, this is what I've got done on my bus. Now, all I need to do on the bus is add the outside things. The white, the windows, the stripe, the door. But I didn't get everything cut out because I forgot that I needed a front windshield. I forgot about the door, the window in the back, and I forgot windows on the other side. So I'm just going to finish that and post it on my blog. I'll update the download for the cutouts because I didn't have enough windows on it. So I based my pattern on Paper Crafter 45's trifold pocket, library pocket, but I changed it so I could bind it with Kathy Orda's. Oh, I do have to go a little bit lower with this cut because I want to have the edge course, now it's going to stick. I forgot. I have to go down. I didn't go quite as low as I wanted to. That's all right. All right. And I'm using this little 1-inch piece for in here. It's different enough that it'll show up. I'm not doing around the edges because this paper is already nicely distressed. And I'm just going to line this up here. Sherry. T-Mac is Tanya. Alright, and so I just have to mark here. What did I do? That's supposed to be 2 3/8. Or is that the wrong piece? Oh no, 1 7/8 is supposed to be. No, I didn't do it quite 1 7/8. That's alright. No worries. I just need to mark this where my cut is going to go. I'm going to use my Bic because I don't have to keep taking the top on and off like I do with the gel pen. Where's my Bic? My Bic pen. Okay. Alright, and make sure I can see the line. There we go. Quite go down far enough. Let's take a little more off. There we go. Alright. And front. Oops. I want to, sorry, I'm not going to line it up from the bottom. I'm going to line it up from my cutout here. Oops. Oh. Don't go crooked on me. Sorry, guys. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Alright, so there's the one side. Now this other side has no cutout, so it's simply the 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm going to use another print. Ooh, I think I'll use this one. I think I'll do 5 3/8 first. And then do the 3 3/8. I'll have adventure right on that one. Of course, it's going to get covered up with the photo anyway, but whatever. Keep those up there in case I need them. Mine's doing the same thing as yours, Laurel. It's just because it's not staying tight over here. And that's not staying down tight. I don't know what's wrong. There we go. I don't know if it's my gun or if it's the tape. Alright, adventure. Let's make sure we don't put it upside down, Jean. Always line up a long end. And the 2 shorter sides. There we go. Okay. What did I do? I put it on the wrong one. Ha! Jean. Alrighty. Ha! I put it on the wrong folder. Alright, let's pick another one. This one. Let's do this one. I'm going to use the print side. I just knocked on the floor. Something. Not sure. Three and 3/8. Let's make sure I put it on the right page this time. Hi, Jen. How are you, Jen? All right, this time I'm going to put it on the right one, folks. Along the side. So Jen just came in. So Jen, I didn't do any more on my bus because I didn't have everything cut out. I thought I did. I was too lazy to haul my Cricut over. So I'm doing the mini that goes in the back door. Glad to be streaming. Alright, so now I can take 2 of these, 4 of these, and get my big corners so they don't stick up on me. So you're just going to miter hinges each end so that they're narrow, wider at the fold and narrower at the open. And these pockets. So Jen, this mini is based on Paper Crafter 45's pocket mini album. So when you put, but I kind of reconfigured it so I can use Kathy Orta's Hidden Hinge. Alright, so I'm putting the fold towards the outside. In other words, the fold towards the fold. And on the other side, the fold is going towards the hinge. Sorry, just trying to get the backing off my double stick tape here. Fold goes towards the hinge, but Alyssa. Ha ha. All right. So take this paper backing off. And there's... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, hold on. I don't need that many. I knew I didn't need that many hinges. Gosh, gee. I already have a hinge on this side. Sorry, you already have a hinge on this side, folks. Where did I put my score tape? Oh, here it is. Sorry. Excuse me. I was wrong. We left a hinge there. We left the hinge. I knew something was unusual there. All right. There's the first pocket. All right. And I'll use this one that I had on the other one. Just to fix the score tape here on the side that I had attached. So you don't need 10 hinges, you only need 5. But I will keep the other ones for another time. I won't throw them out because there's score tape on them already. If there wasn't score tape on them, I'd probably throw them out, but... Alright, so... I forgot something. Dang it! I wasn't supposed to put that on there. Let's hope I can lift it up a little. I wasn't supposed to put that on. It's alright, it's coming, ladies. I could use my heat gun, but I'm too lazy to pick it up. It's just ATG, so yeah, I have to get my hinge on there. Okay, so let's make those while I'm at it. So they're going to be 5.5 by 3 3/8. 3.5, but I'm going to score them. Okay, so here we go. So I'm doing 5.5, 5.5 is 11. Sorry, 3 3/8. Let me think. Sorry, let me think inside my head. So first, I have to do it on paper. So it has to be 3.5 and 3.5 plus a half for the hinge. 7. So it has to be 8 inches. I'm only going to do 2 folds, I guess, because I'm not going to use a 12 by 12 piece of paper. 3.5, 3.5 is 7.5 is 7.5. But I want an 1/8 inch gusset as well. Yeah. So it is going to be 7 1/8. If you don't want to gusset, make it 7. So it's going to be 5 and tall. Oh, you stupid fly, get out of here. Ugh. Keep that for tickets. Yes, because unfortunately, TweetDeck does not have a version for iPhone. Now I have to use the Twitter app, and I don't like it. So I need 5 of these. 5 3/8 by 5 1/2. I mean by 7 1/8. Oh, I could have done it the other way, Jean. Duh. 7 1/8. 7 1/8. What? No. Yes. 7 1/8. That's a tough one to get. Because it's an 11-inch piece of cardstock, I can do the 5 1/2 this way. Oh, I'm going to do both at the same time. Five 1/2. So cut your cardstock in half. Oops. And by 7 1/8. There's my 5 foldouts. Now I have to score them. Get these rascals down there. Get rid of all this garbage. Or I think it's something important. So on the 7 1/8 inch side, yeah, TweetDeck is now gone for iPhone. So if you have it, maybe it still works. But since I got my iPhone, they got rid of it. No more TweetDeck for iPhone. They have it on iPad, but not on the iPhone. So 1/2 inch. And then at hold on. 3 1/2. Oh, hold on. What did I do? I cut this at 7, not 7 1/8. What? But I didn't. Oh no, it is an 8. Okay, sorry. It's just my eyeballs not seeing it right. It is an 8. Okay. Sorry. All right. So 3. Okay, at 4. And at 4 1/8. So that's wrong. A 1/2 inch. How come that looks so much bigger? Hold on, you guys. Something really weird's going on here. 3.5. And then 3 1/8. Hold on. Hold on. I did something terribly wrong when I did that first one. Just ignore my error here. Nope, no TweetDeck. I think it got dropped with the OS 6 update or something. Twitter actually bought out TweetDeck. So for some reason they've allowed it to stay on iPads but not on iPhone. That's what my research shows anyway. Alright, something seriously is going wrong with my math. So if this goes on here, you want 3.5, and then you want that full back like that. Oh, 7 3/8, not 7 1/8. I knew something was wrong with my math. So what am I going to do? I'm going to keep all these for making. Rewind. Ta. Wrong measurements. Keep these. They will make ticket. They'll make tags. All right, let's go back to my trimmer. Dun, 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 dun. Where's my page? I need to fix that on my page so I don't put it wrong on my blog. Seven 3/8. Okay, so for this is fold out is 5.5 by 7 3/8. Scored at 1/2. 4 1/8. And then whatever that last one is, I'll write that in. See? Told you I'm still in no mind to be streaming. What did I just say, Eileen? What, that I made a mistake? Oh, my knee. Sorry, my knees. Cramping up on me. Okay. So, let's do this right this time. 5.5. So these are getting cut in half. And I've got all 3 pages here that I need. 5.5. 7 3/8, June. Not 1/8. 7 3/8. There we go. that makes a whole half an inch difference. Yes, I messed up my measurements. I make mistakes. Doesn't mean I hate measurements. I still love measurements. I just figured it out wrong. I didn't measure it wrong. I figured it out wrong. Yeah. Okay. Now my scoring should be correct. Half an inch. 4. 4 1/8. I'm going to turn it around. Oh, no, that's all I need. Uh-oh. Three and a half. How come that one's only 3 1/4? 3 1/2. And 3 1/2 is 7. I can't believe I did that again. See, you guys, I knew I shouldn't have streamed. Seven and a half. I'm gonna have a breakdown. Good thing Michael still sells the 8.5 by 11 craft, and that I can always use these sizes. 7 5/8. All right. Boy, I'm going to have lots of paper for inserts. Oh, don't worry. They'll get used up. 7 5/8. I'm doing this just to annoy Sherry. You okay, Sherry? Here, let's fan Sherry. Wakey, wakey, Sherry. Hi, Charlie. Yeah, I did. I can't add 3 1/2, 3 1/2, and a half and an 8. That's pretty bad. 1, 2, 3. So, Charlie, since I have to take a break before this, I'm continuing on my bus, and what I'm doing is I'm making the mini for the inside. It's going terribly wrong, though, with my foldouts. It's based on the Library Pocket mini album by Paper Crafter 45. I altered it so I can bind it in a mini album. Good thing I didn't make all these errors on the pockets. Yeesh. All right, 5 1/2. Do this one wrong, Gene. 5 1/2. 7 5/8. I do need you to toss. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing, Jen, but it's not. It's the second cut that I was doing wrong. I had it figured out all wrong. I had 7 and 3/8 first, and then, or 1/8, and then I did 7 and 5 3/8, and that was wrong. It's actually 7 and 5/8 that I need. Ugh. It was my adding that was wrong, not the actual measuring. It was the actual adding. My measuring did not fail me. My adding did. Okay. Oh, after I score? Nah. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. So, 1/2 inch. 4 1/8. Yay! It's all the right size. Woohoo! 1/2 inch. 4 1/8. Half inch. 4 1/8. Of course, I would be scoring less if I did what Jen said. Do my scoring first and then cut. But hey. I read the chat too late. But I will remember that for next time. Thank you, Jen. I was too late reading. Okay. There we go. There we go. Sorry about the crashing. There we go. I think lightweight the same as like a Cricut and Silhouette, Jen. Because it has a deep blade. And a blade for felt and material. But I can see for me, for making patterns and stuff like that, I can see a great use for it. But like I say, I won't be able to afford it till March, if I can even afford it then. So by then, if anything goes wrong with it, should be coming out by then. So. Any major flaws should be out of the closet by March. Yeah, but the thing it does, Jen, is that it traces. It'll trace anything. Like, for example, if I want to cut out all these things, if I want to cut these things out of, but see, Jen, though, you're good with a craft knife and a pair of scissors. You could take this and cut these out, and they would all look great. I can't cut with a pair of scissors if my life depended on it. Not good enough for me for in a scrapbook. So I could take this, scan it into the machine, and it would cut out each of the elements. So I wouldn't have to hand cut it. That's what gets me. So that's what I like. Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I agree, Jen. You probably don't need it because you can cut straight. You can cut properly, and I can't. I can stamp my stamps down and put it in, scan it, and I'll cut my stamps out. I don't do fussy cutting. Number 1, because I don't like it. Number 2, because I can't do it. So. But we shall see. going for coffee. Is Ustream behaving today? People getting blue circles or not, or what? I hope it's behaving for everyone. Oh man, what, Joycey? Joycey said, oh man, I'm not sure what for. Okay. I know. I'm happy with my Fiskars trimmer. It cuts straight as long as I remember to push on the little plastic thingy. Or keep my hand on it. You don't have to push on it. And cut with the blade coming towards you helps a lot too. Ooh, good. Oh, hold on. Gotta try and stretch out my knee. It's like aching. Alright, doesn't really matter which side of these I put this on because I can always, I'm going to have to fix the folds anyway. So I'll just put the tape on one side of all these and then I'll attach them all. I was going to do this afterwards, then I realized in order to put my pattern paper on, I have to have these on the pages, so should have just done them in the beginning when I was doing all my other measuring. I probably wouldn't have made so many mistakes. That's what I get for not figuring it out before I came on screen. I'll have to put that in my description. Beware, my first 2 measurements of the fold-outs are wrong. Don't cut while you're listening. Fast forward. Alright. So, there's my first one. This is my first one. Oh, I hope I put that paper on upside right. Oh, phew, yes I did. Yeesh. Alright. Put the fold on the edge. Put the back. Plain one. Line it up. Now I can put some new tape on this and lay it back down. There we go. So there's one page. See, so it's going to go in the binding. So that's one side, then it flips over. This is going to pull out. Okay. And I just have a gusset because by the time I put a couple of pictures on there, I just like to have that gusset. Little give. All right. So let's finish these. So let's put, this is the abundance page, I think. This one. So I think I'll put, I'm going to need 2 of them. And I'll use the back for one side. Three and 3/8. 5. 5 3/8. Three and 3/8. So right at the beginning of the N. I know it's going to cut out my paper, but that's not going to be 3 3/8. That's all right. I'm going to do the other one, the other side. Yep. Razor blades. Yeah, you guys are getting silly now. All right, I'm going to put this one in the middle. Now, normally I would do all my pages, which I think I'm going to do, but I just want to get one done so that you can see what it's going to look like finished. Then I'm going to go back. I'm going to make my cover, and then I'll do the matting at the end. But I just want to... Ah! And let me do these other two sides. It's whatever's on the back of this one. So I need one of those and one of these. Okay. Carol! Carol, Sunset Carol, you're being bad. Oh, and Eileen and Jen are talking about the cutter that Jen's going to design using razor blades. Oh. Okay, so I definitely want this on one of the pages since it's for school, so I definitely want that side. So I'm going to cut off the bottom. 5 3/8. I'm just leaving like 1/16 of an inch around the edges or so. Three and 3/8. And then 3 and 3/8 for this side. Yeah, I know. I started it. Yeah, I know, I'm bad. I'm bad. Get rid of this for a second. I'm going to make my cover in a moment. I'm just going to show you what one page looks like, and then these pages are going to go together. And then I'm going to make the binding and the covers. Okay. I'm almost done this roll. It does this with the Scotch brand tape too. It didn't always. I have a feeling I've lost a prong off this left thing or something, because that tape is not sitting right on that side or something. Wow, that's crooked. That one's put on really. Oh, it's this one that's crooked. Holy samoli, Jean. Hold on. Gonna try and get it off without ripping anything. I cannot leave that on. Didn't show as bad until I put that middle piece of paper on. Come on. Don't rip. Be nice. Oh, dang it. It's coming off so nicely, too. So I got for that second. Period. Couldn't leave it on. It was way too crooked, guys. Just so you know. My eyes may be bad, but they see crooked. Thank goodness there's so many of each sheet in the paper pack. Funny, Jen. Funny, funny. I think I've already traumatized Sherry quite enough for today, haven't I, Sherry? Alright, let's get this one straight. Alright. Okay, so there's your pocket there. There's a pocket here. Hold on, let me get a piece of paper. So there's a pocket there. There's a pocket here. Okay. So there's a pocket there, pocket here. And then there's those sides. And then there's these two sides. And this needs to get the other piece of paper. Where'd it go? There it is. No, that's not it. Where'd it go? I've got it cut already, you know? There it is. letters and words up the right way. Welcome back, Fawn. Okay, so there we go. All right, so let's get all the rest of these flaps on, and then I'm going to build the hinge and the covers. I'm even going to put them on before I fold up the... All right, so that's folding up that way. So this is going on this way. Okay, so there's another page. And this one has to get pulled up a little bit as well. Okay, all right. All right, fly, get out of here. There's two of them. I killed two already. I thought I only had two. Obviously, I had more than two. Or else they called their brothers, one or the other, before I killed them. These fold-ins have to go in before you tape down your back paper. That's why I had to pull that up. There we go. It's going to cover my picture so that it won't show too badly. All right. That one goes up that way. So this fold out's going on this side. And one more. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. All right. And this goes on. Line it up, fold, and that's crooked. Crooked, crooked. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. I'm making a mini album. I kind of redid. It's based on Paper Crafter 45's Library Pocket pages, but I'm just reworked it so I can use the hidden hinge. All right, so now what I have to do, here's that piece of paper I was writing notes on, right here. I'm going to rip that off because that's wrong. All right, so binding. So 5.5. These are 5.5 long, and I like a 1/4 inch at each, so it's going to be 6 inches high by 10 ruler. Where did you go again? There it is, hiding under all my craft cardstock that I miscut. Don't worry, I'll put the correct measurements on my blog, you guys. I'll write it up on my blog. So don't worry. Don't worry, Eileen. I'll put the correct ones up on my blog. I'm not ignoring you, Eileen. I saw you. Oh, brother. Sharon. So funny. Wonderful. So, yeah, by 5.5. So, oh, no, I figured that out already. Duh. All right, and so by 4.25, I guess, because it's 4 inches including the hinge, and I'm just going to add a 1/4 inch. You don't have to add it on both sides of this way because it's only one side it has to hang out. So by 4.25, so that makes it perfect because so front and back are 6 by 4.25, which means the binding is going to be 6 by probably 1.5 inches, but let me do my hidden hinge first. I can probably use one of these for my hidden hinge. Well, of course, they're not 6 inches, are they? They are that way, but they're not going to be long enough. Okay. So my hidden hinge, 6 inches. Oh, no, not 6 inches, 5.5. 5.5. So, pretty sure it's going to end up being 1.5 inches because I'm just doing 5 pages, not 6. So I'm going to guess at 1.5 inches. I'm doing Jen's method of sort of, anyway. I don't do Kathy's method where I go out over the front anymore. I do it so that it folds under itself. So I do 1.5 inches, so it's based on Kathy orders, of course. So start at 1.5 inches. Then I do a 1/4 inch. Half. Half. 1/4. Half. Half. 1/4. That's 2 pages. Oops. Half. Half. 1/4. That's 3 pages. Half. Half. 1/4. That's 4 pages. Half. Half. Oops, hold on. Sorry, messed up. Half. Half. 1/4. So I needed 8 inches. And then 1.5 inches. Okay, so I need to cut it, so it's at 8, so I need to cut it at 9.5. So 6 by by 9.5. Let me write that down. Six by 9.5. All right. All right. Bye, Vaughn. See you later. Oh, I missed what Jen. Okay. All right. Need some iced tea here. All right. Before I put my score tape on, I always fold my 1/2 inches just so I can see them better. That is just a thing I do because of my eyesight. It just helps me. Don't have to. So I'm only scoring right now in between my 2 1/2-inch scores. All right, so I'm just burnishing those ones. This is where I messed up. Okay. And then the last one. All right. That way I know where my 1/2 inch scores are much more easily. Notice no scissors or a ruler to cut my score tape. I'm too lazy to keep picking up and putting down scissors or a ruler to make sure this is straight. That's why I use this instead of the red line tape. One of the reasons. All right. Sorry. All right, so then I take one off and I fold it up. Then I burnish it and I fold back my 1/4 inch one. So that's when my 1/4 inches get folded. Okay, after I put, all right, so now I'll take this off and I'll fold up my 1/2 inch. And I know right where it is because my score is already burnished. Then I fold back on the 1/4 inch. All right, take this off, fold up on the 1/2, and it goes easily because it's already burnished. Fold back on the 1/4 inch. All right, take off the other half. Next one. Fold up on the 1/2 and back on the 1/4 inch. I know, Jen. I don't care. As long as it holds. It will hold. And fold back on your 1/4 inch. And voila. Now, you take, now your hinges are only folded one way, so you flip it over, and now you're going to fold your 1/4 inches the other way and do a burnish. Fold your 1/4 inch on the other side, burnish, fold the 1/4 inch this way, and fold this way. And there we have our hinges. All right, now I'm going to take these and I'm going to fold them back over them. Look, you fly, get out of here. Oh, I hate this time of year because the flies are trying to escape the outside because it's cold at night. And they're kind of half dead, so they're just kind of whizzing around. I don't know where my 1-inch score tape is. So I'm just going to use my 1/4 inch here, 3/8 inch here. And actually I'm going to switch to my score tape to actually attach it to the binding because this is not as strong. Yeah, exactly. Oh, my cats chase them, Sherry. Oh, they try. My cats try every now and then. They may successfully get them, but I don't know. They're not very good hunters. They are princesses, you know. They do chase them. They're not very good jumpers, though, because they've got short legs. Like Persians. They don't have nice long legs like Himalayan, like Siamese. They have short legs like Persian cats. So they don't jump very well. Which is a good thing because it means they don't get on my table or my counters. Yay. Because that would drive me crazy. Right. Bye, Joyce. Love you. Actually, pedantic means to stand in one place. Yeah, I know. They need to try harder. Or I might fire them, Sherry. Alright, so you want this to be lying nice and flat. I'm going to take off one side here. Make sure I don't have it too wide. And it's a little too wide. Should have measured it. Okay, hold on. It only has to be... Let me see the actual width of the... The actual width is 1 1/4 inches. So I'm going to take 1/4 inch off each side here. 1 1/4 inches. So actually it only has to be... Okay. I'm going to put it on the back. Sorry guys, I'm just doing this so I'll have it for my blog. So, 5.5 by 9 inches. Oh, fly, get out of here. Score at 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, and then so on. I can write the rest, as long as I have that much. Okay. Can't remember which side I cut it off now. That's not it. Okay. what I get for not making one ahead of time, but I don't need another one, so I'm not going to make another one ahead. All right. So that's ready to go. So the binding is going to be 6 by, I think 1 1/4 I said, right? Guys, I said 1 1/4? 1 1/4. 1 1/4. All right, chipboard time. Chipboard. Let's change my blade. Ooh. So, I cut it at 6 inches first. That one has a little bit of a damaged corner. So does this one, but less damage. 6. Guess I'm going to have to ink the edges because my paper is only 6 inches. Oh no, I'm going to cover it with the orange, right? The red, yellow, I mean. And then I'll mat. Something about it or something. Whatever. All right. Ah. 1 1/4. 6 by 4 1/2 and 6 by 1 1/4. So I'll be able to get it all off 4 1/4. Is it really, Jen? Well, that's strange. Thank you for that. Hi, Dee Dee. Didn't see you come in. Hello. Well, I've always used that word. I thought it meaning pedantic meant as in not just standing around. Huh. Well, there you go. What do you know? So 4 1/4. Thank goodness I got all my bad measuring out of the way. And 1 1/4. Oh, fly, go away. Alright. I know that I've got a piece here somewhere. Oh. Got this, but I wanted to use the same as what I had on the bus. Where is that? Hold on. Might be down lower. Down lower? Aha! No, that's not the right one. My pile's gotten too big. I must have used it all. Thought I had some left. Oh. Well, I could use this. I don't know if it's heavy enough, though. It's not very heavy cardstock. It's cheapo cardstock. Hold on. Ah, Jen. Alright, I guess I'm stuck with this. Hold on. Uh-huh. Alrighty. It will fit on, but just so. Have to use my score tape for this part. My poor dented suitcase. Of course, I only paid about $50 for it, so I'm not going to complain. Hi, Karen! Alright. Yes, I made several errors tonight. In my adding, not in my measuring. It was in my addition that there were errors. I measured everything the way I was supposed to according to my figuring. So it was my figuring that was messed up. Twice. I guess I'm pedantic, Jen, only when it suits me. So, this mini album, for anyone who has come in, is based on Paper Crafter 45's Library Pocket. It's a trifold fold out. I adapted it to fit inside my bus and to be able to hinge it on Kathy Orta's hidden hinge. Pressed a little too hard, got a little blob of glue coming off there. Alright. Alright, bye, Dee Dee. more then. All right, where's my ruler again? Quite get that first one on straight because I didn't have my ruler there, but that's all right. Alrighty, Arlene. See you when you get back. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I went too close to the edge on this one. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I think I'm going to have to add, hold on. I've got lots of extra chip cardstock here. Don't I? I need a 6-inch piece though. Let's use this. Because I didn't get straight, so I ran out of cardstock. So let's do 6 inches. It's bent on that side, so I'll just do it this side. And let's just do 2 inches. Just putting some cardstock together here. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I should have actually added some on at a different point, but doesn't matter. I should have actually used a 12 by 12, and I would have been better off. Where's my piece that I cut? Where'd it go? Hello. I know I just cut you. Alright, I'm having specific, because I cut it to, oh my gosh, Jane. I'll tell ya, if I wasn't having bad luck today, I wouldn't be having any luck. I cut it to 6 inches instead of just leaving it at 8.5. La la la. I knew I didn't nap enough this afternoon. Okay. There we go. Join's going to kind of be on the fold, so it won't show up too bad. Welcome back, Nancy. I'll make this the back. It won't show up as much. There we go. Perfect. Perfection. And I don't need this much down here. Alrighty. Difficult. So what else is new? Just gonna do a little score along there, on there, on there, on there. Alrighty, let's trim my corners. No, because I started, well, I'm at 2 hours and 40 minutes, so. Oh, the bus, well, I didn't finish it. I didn't get the windows and stuff put on, Kathy, so I will blog it when I get it decorated on the outside. But there's the bus. The Mini's going in the back door. So I'll post it on my blog and send you the link, Kathy, once I get it decorated. Hi, Lori. Oh, no, I started off by showing things that I didn't record, and then I made like 3 major errors tonight in measuring that I had to redo. So if people are watching the recording, I'll have to put a warning in the description if they're following measurements. Tape. You're welcome, Kathy. It turned out kind of cute once I get the windows and stuff on it. Busy day at work? No, it's been busier since I got home. I had a grade 7, a grade 6, and a grade 4 class today. Grade 7s are doing bucket drumming, and grade 6s and grade 4s are doing recorders. So it was a noisy morning, but fun stuff. So bucket drumming is exactly what it sounds like. We've got big white buckets from like a bake shop, from icing and cream cheese. And we just use a 1/2-inch wooden dowel as drumsticks and do lots of cool rhythms and patterns and stuff. And right now they're actually doing a composition on their bucket drums, so in small groups. Since I don't teach all day, that helps. I was able to come home and nap. I napped for 2 hours before I streamed, so yeah. I don't think I could stream after a full day of teaching either. Well, I know I couldn't stream after a day of teaching. That's for sure. No way. I can barely do it after half a day of teaching. All right. Oh, cool. Very cool. I remember when I was in Ontario. Oh, talk about a tearjerker. Oh my gosh. All right, when I was in Ontario, I sang in a community choir. It's like semi-professional. We weren't paid, but most of us had, well, I should say about 70% of us had a fair amount of singing experience. Anyway, so during our Christmas concert, we always had special guests come in and perform with us, and they always did something on their own as well. So one year my choir of 75 kids sang. Anyway, this other year we invited one of the dance troupes to come in and perform, and they brought with them signers, sign language folks, and they did 2 numbers to hold on, the girl who does gospel, dark hair, oh my gosh, what's her name? Country singer, well, sort of country, pop country. Oh my gosh, her name is... Oh, you guys must know who I mean. Tuck my dog ears. I forgot to tuck my dog ears in. Yikes, Jen. See, I'm too tired to be doing this. Yeesh. And it's too late, Jen. Jen! It's too late. I didn't do it. But it's too late. I'll round them off or something. Who knows? Can't believe it. See, I shouldn't be doing this. Kathy's right. I am too tired. Okay. Is this wide enough? Maybe. Not quite. It has to be wider. 3 inches. I know you tried. Amy Grant. Thank you, Kathy. Oh my gosh. Amy Grant. Yes. So these dancers came in, this dance troupe, and they did 2 of the Christmas songs by Amy Grant. Her original ones. And they had signers that signed the song while they danced. Oh my gosh. And the girls were dressed in just simple white leotard with white flowing skirts. And the signers were in white choir gowns. So it was just like angels. Oh, I tell you, the whole audience was in tears. It was the most amazing thing. Oh my gosh. Who knew that sign language could be so touching? It was just amazing. Not to mention the dancing. That sign language just, it's incredible. Nope, no dry eyes. I love that CD of hers too. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, I have to do this all in tape, otherwise it won't stay down. I don't trust for this part. Because it's going to take a lot of pressure. If I knew where my 2-inch score tape was, I would have been in better. But anyway, okay. Oh, fly, get away. I hate how they dive bomb your head. Very annoying. All right, where did my binding go? Who stole my binding? There it is. All right. So what happens with this, the way I do it, I guess sort of like Jen does, but I don't know if it's exactly like Jen does. Jen's video. I fold it back. Rather than having the extra coming over here, I like to have it just as a binding. And this folds back. Oh! Ooh, he just dive bombed and I got him. Ah! I squished him on my face. Yuck. Serves him right. Alright, and then now you have to make sure not to fold that 1/4 inch that's on each side in. So I've got a 1/4 inch on each side. And I'm just going to burnish it down here. Welcome back. Ooh, nice. Yes, A Wonderful World with the signing. Yep. I thought that was how you did it, Jen. So what I'm going to do is put the score tape here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some wet glue down in between those rows of score tape. I guess I should have taken the score tape off first. Duh, Jean. It's not my day at all. I don't know if it's because it's been 3 weeks since I streamed, or if it's just I'm too tired to be streaming. Sorry, I'm just taking my score tape off. I know I'm off camera, but I'm trying to do it without totally messing up the glue. All right. should dry clear, so we should be all right up there. All right, there's your hinges. There's your book. Let's cross our fingers. Cross our fingers. Ta-da! Perfection. All right. Oh, I reached my recording limit. Hold on.